Hey sis, picture this. It's 9:47 p.m. You've had one of those days. Work deadlines, kid meltdowns, endless laundry, and that quiet exhaustion that makes you feel like you deserve something nice. You open your phone just to scroll for 5 minutes, and suddenly you're in the checkout screen of your favorite store. That cute sweater is only $39, the new wireless earbuds are on sale, the skincare set promises to fix your tired skin. Your thumb hovers over "Buy Now," and the familiar voice whispers, "You've earned this. Just one click." 30 seconds later, the order's placed. You feel a tiny rush, and then the guilt creeps in, because deep down, you know tomorrow's bank balance will feel the same tightness again. Sound painfully familiar? Yeah, that exact moment, the impulse buy that feels harmless in the second, is quietly stealing thousands from so many of us every single year. But here's what changed everything for me last year. I stopped trying to use willpower alone and instead automated my no to impulse buys. I combined a simple 48-hour rule with one tiny app tweak, and it saved me $9,037 in 12 months. Not by being perfect, not by depriving myself, just by making the default choice the one that actually served my future. Today, I'm sharing exactly how that system works, the psychology and brutal math behind why impulse buys hit women so hard, and the practical steps so you can finally stop the leaks and watch your money start working for you instead of against you. My name is Barbie, and I spend way too much time thinking about the real psychology and math of everyday money decisions, especially the sneaky ones that feel like self-care but quietly keep us stuck. If you're a woman who's ever looked at your bank account at the end of the month and wondered, where did it all go? Even though you didn't buy anything big, hit that subscribe button right now. And if this video helps you protect even a few $100 this month, give it a thumbs up. We're diving deep together with zero judgment and a whole lot of practical help. Look, here's the thing. Most finance advice tells you to just have more willpower or make a strict budget and stick to it. They act like impulse buys are a character flaw, something you can fix by being more disciplined. But the 2026 reality is way more honest and way more compassionate than that. Impulse buying isn't about being weak, it's about biology, marketing designed to hijack your brain, and the emotional load we carry as women trying to keep everything together. I dug into the latest data, LendingTree's 2026 Consumer Spending Report, the American Psychological Association's Stress and Spending Studies, and real user data from budgeting apps. What I found is eye-opening. The average American makes over 200 impulse purchases annually, with women leading in categories like clothing, beauty, and home items. Small purchases under $50 make up the majority, yet they add up to $4,500 to $9,000 plus annually for many of us. Here's what most people don't realize. Trying to say no in the heat of the moment is fighting against human nature. The real game changer is automating your no so the decision happens before the dopamine hits, not during it. When I finally did that, everything changed. My savings rate went up, my stress went down, and I actually started enjoying the things I did buy because they were chosen, not reacted to. Let's talk about why those harmless clicks feel so good in the moment. It all starts with dopamine. When you see something shiny, your brain releases a quick hit of feel-good chemicals, the same system that lights up for food, love, or scrolling social media. Retailers know this. They design apps with one-click checkout, limited-time sales, and personalized you-might-like suggestions that hit right when you're tired, stressed, or even celebrating a small win. For us women, the pull is often stronger because of the mental load we carry. After a long day of being everything to everyone, that quick purchase feels like the only moment you're choosing yourself. LendingTree data shows 33% of women shopped to improve their mood in the past year, and emotional spending spikes around stress, loneliness, or even small celebrations. The 48-hour rule works because it gives the initial dopamine wave time to pass. Most impulse urges fade within 24 to 48 hours once the immediate emotion cools. But without a system, we buy in the heat of the moment and then justify it later. The psychology trap is perfect. Small purchases feel too tiny to matter, so we don't track them. Yet they compound faster than we realize, both in dollars and in the habit loop they reinforce. Every unchecked impulse buy trains your brain that spending is the default way to feel better. Now, let's put real 2026 dollars on this so you can see why automating your no changes everything. Example 1, the everyday scroll. Sarah, 34, working mom, making $68,000. She averages 3 small impulse buys a week: $12 coffee upgrade, $29 skincare item, $18 cute top. That's $59 a week. Over 52 weeks, it's $3,068 a year. Sounds manageable until you run the compound math. If that $3,068 had gone into a high-yield savings account at 4.8%, realistic 2026 rate, or invested at 7%, in 5 years it grows to over $17,000. In 10 years, over $38,000. That's not small change. That's a full emergency fund or a big dent in debt. Example 2, the celebration and stress combo. Maria, single in her late 20s, payday plus stressful week equals $45 to $65 in treats, takeout, beauty, home decor, twice a month on average. Annual total, $1,440. But because these are tied to emotions, they feel invisible. Over 10 years at 7% compounding, that becomes more than $20,000 she could have had instead. My own story. Last year, I tracked every impulse urge. Before the system, I was averaging $750 to $850 a month in small buys I didn't really need. After implementing the 48-hour rule plus one app tweak, I'll show you exactly which one, my monthly impulse spend dropped to under $80. The difference? $9,037 saved in 12 months. That money is now sitting in my investment account earning returns instead of sitting in someone else's warehouse. Here's the comparison that shocked me most. One big intentional purchase of $500 once a quarter, total $2,000 a year, feels luxurious and is often higher quality. Scattered small impulse buys totaling the same $2,000 a year feel like nothing, but they deliver less joy and zero compounding. The math quietly favors the woman who automates her no. This is where it gets really interesting. When you automate your no, you stop fighting willpower every single day and start protecting your future self by default. The 48-hour rule creates a cooling-off period that lets your rational brain catch up to your emotional brain. The app tweak, turning off one-click checkout and adding a mandatory savings transfer before purchases, removes friction from saving and adds friction to spending. Together, they flip the default from buy to pause. Women who implement this report lower financial stress, clearer decision-making, and the freedom to say yes to bigger, more meaningful things without guilt. The quiet leaks stop. Your net worth starts climbing, and you finally feel in control of your money instead of reacting to it. Now, you might be thinking, but Barbie, I deserve little treats. Life is hard enough. Or, the 48-hour rule sounds good, but I'll forget. Or, what if I really need something right away? I hear you. You do deserve joy. The system isn't about deprivation. It's about making sure your treats are chosen, not reactive. Many women who use it actually buy nicer things because the money is planned. Yes, you might forget the rule at first. That's why the app tweak is so powerful. It enforces the pause even when your brain is tired. For true emergencies, keep a small instant need category in your budget. Everything else waits. Another common objection: my impulse buys are mostly for the kids or family. Even then, the frequency adds up and trains the whole household that spending is the default response to feelings. Teaching delayed gratification early is one of the best gifts you can give your children. Let's zoom out. A woman who leaks $4,000 to $9,000 a year to impulse buys loses $40,000 to $90,000 over 10 years in direct spend. Add the opportunity cost of compounding at 7%, and that number easily doubles or triples. On the other side, the woman who automates her no protects that money. Over 10 to 20 years, it becomes a meaningful emergency fund, debt freedom, or the ability to work less and be more present with family. The peace of mind alone is worth more than any quick dopamine hit. So how do you actually automate your no starting today? Here's your exact game plan, the same system that saved me $9K last year. 1. Track every impulse urge for 14 days. Use a simple note on your phone: emotion plus item plus price. You'll see the patterns fast. 2. Implement the 48-hour rule immediately. When the urge hits, add the item to a wait list, note, or cart, then set a reminder for 48 hours later. Most urges die naturally. 3. Do the one app tweak that made the biggest difference for me. Turn off one-click checkout in Amazon, Target, and every shopping app. Force yourself to re-enter payment info every time. The extra 30 seconds creates enough friction to pause. 4. Set up an automatic Joy Fund transfer. The day after every paycheck, move $50 to $150 into a separate high-yield account labeled Chosen Treats. Spend only from this fund for fun purchases. It feels abundant, but keeps the total controlled. 5. Create a why screen on your phone. Make your lock screen or home screen say, "This money is for my future freedom," or a photo of your biggest goal. It interrupts the scroll by loop. 6. Replace the dopamine source. When the urge hits, do a 5-minute walk, call a friend, or dance to one song instead of opening the app. The craving often passes. 7. Declutter one impulse category: clothes, beauty, home. Sell or donate what you bought on autopilot. Seeing the waste is powerful motivation. 8. Review your waitlist weekly with your partner or a friend. The social accountability makes pausing easier and more fun. 9. Celebrate non-spending wins every month. Track the money saved from paused purchases and spend it on an experience or extra savings boost. 10. Revisit and refine every 90 days. Life changes. Adjust the Joy Fund amount or add new friction tools as needed. Here's the truth that changed everything for me. Automating your no to impulse buys isn't about becoming a robot or depriving yourself. It's about loving your future self enough to protect her from the version of you who's tired, stressed, or scrolling at 10 p.m. When you stop the quiet leaks, your money starts compounding instead of disappearing. You gain calm, clarity, and the freedom to say yes to the things that truly matter without the guilt hangover. You deserve beautiful things and experiences. You just deserve them on your terms, not the algorithms. And you are more than capable of making that shift starting with your very next urge. If this video made you feel seen and gave you hope that you can finally get control, drop your biggest impulse trigger in the comments. I read every single one. Share this with a girlfriend who needs the same wake-up call. You've got this, Queen. Your future bank account and your peace of mind are already thanking you. I'll see you in the next one. Love you.